us up, it was like, let's go.
I think I know. Why about the cat, but this ain't shit about some little. Real life, no niggas who scared when we were little. Got little older, joined the game, shot some niggas, turned to killers. If ain't nobody died, the only way you can play the middle. I'm letting you eat, you feel like supposed to make your plate, bro, you trippin'. My brother was good at football before he came an inmate. He went to the state pen, he wanted to go to Penn.
What's up, y'all? It's your girl Janae, and we back with another motherfucking video. And the girl currently outside. I'm gonna go ahead and get that glazy rolled up. But before I do that, I did want to come on and just do a intro, like to let you guys know that today's video is not sponsored, but Steezy and Game could go ahead and send your girl a promo because I'm scared to show y'all my bag that's full of my guards I need to scan, like it's money. Yeah, that's one handful. I'm gonna try to get all of them. But yeah, y'all. So today we're gonna be doing a little bit of a different series because obviously this is not something that we usually do here on this channel. But I feel like we could pull through. So let me finish doing this, then I'll come back. Okay, y'all. So we're gonna go ahead and just get started. The girl got on her waist trainer from the Lucky J collection, trying to get snatched, trying to get right. Yeah, looking real cute, real good, real luxurious. But I think I'm gonna do a story time, y'all, because I don't feel like going to go get my. Okay, y'all. So for this story time, we're gonna take it back a little bit. I was just very sneaky, very like, I ain't gonna say sneaky, I'm gonna just say like a lot of stuff my mom did question me on, because she did that, I think, with the first kid, so I think that she was trying something different with me. I don't know, y'all, I can't tell you. But this was back when I was transitioning from middle school to high school or whatever, and I probably had to be already in the 9th grade, or maybe even 8th grade, girl, I don't even remember. I don't know, I was about like 14, 15, around this time. Y'all, excuse the cars going by. They be loud as shit when I'm out here. So yeah, y'all. We was doing that. So yeah, y'all, I was about like 14, 15 in the store. So keep that in mind. At all times. Okay, so I had a best friend at the time, and we're gonna call her Jaya. Okay, so I had a best friend named Jaya at the time, and me and Jaya, we never really hung out after graduating from high school. Like, we did for that summer, but not really. Like that summer of transitioning into, high school, because we both had graduated at the same time. So we both had graduated at the same time or whatever. So, but we wasn't finna go to the same high school because I was going to a more of a, initially I was supposed to go to this like doctor school, this smart school, this little, I don't know what kind of school you want to call it, but I was supposed to go to this medical school. That way when you graduated, you would have graduated with your associate's degree, but you have to, your grades, instead of a 70, like, 69 is failing, that's a D on down. C, you had to make 85 and up on your report card instead of the normal 70, like you had to make higher. Well, that's how it is in Texas. I don't know about Arizona because I ain't really go to school for long in Arizona when I lived there. Not when I lived there. That's where I'm from. I'm born and raised in Arizona. But I'm saying when I lived there during that time period, I did. I was already living in Texas, my 8th and 9th, whatever. So I was supposed to go to this doctor school, this smart ass medical school. I was supposed to go to the Smart Ass Medical School. I ended up going up there one Saturday to take the test. My best friend Janae, she met me up there as well. She was like, I'm gonna come take the test too. Like, she really wanted to, like, go to school together, but she didn't have a zip code to use. Because here in Texas they do it by zip codes. In Arizona you go to any school you want to. Here in Texas they do it only by like what area your school in, so schools don't get overcrowded, or like it's just like a smart little system that they be working on. She come with her mama or whatever, and they in a separate car or whatever. I'm in my car. I'm waiting to get out. It was like 7:30 early in the morning. We go take the test. Boom, 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 boom. We finish the test. She ended up not being able to take the test because she didn't have her driver's license yet. I had my driver's license, so that she ended up not being able to take it. You had to have a driver's license. Like, they had somebody waiting at the door at a podium taking IDs and stuff like that. I think you could have got away with an ID, but I had my permit. I had my permit on the driver's license. It don't say it do say permit, but when they see it, they think driver's license. So I had my driver's license. I had 3 more weeks until I went to go take the test or whatever. So technically I had because I forgot. So anyways, got past the test or failed the test. I can't remember, y'all. That's not really like a staple piece to the story time. The staple piece of the story time was later that evening. So she like, yeah, I'm gonna just wait outside for you. I'm gonna wait outside for you with my mama or whatever, and I'm gonna spend the night. So I'm like, damn, because my mama was out there with her mama, so they talk. And then when she couldn't take the test, she go back with them, so they all 3 was chilling and talking while I took my test. And so they already set up the spend the night plan, blah 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 blah. And so I'm like, okay. So then I go like in the car, she in the back seat, we just driving around, right? And then I'm like, I told my mama, I was like, actually I'm gonna go to her house. So I'm like, I'm trying to I really didn't want her to, I didn't invite nobody to my house. I don't care who you were, you did not come to my house. Because I get into why you wouldn't come to my house. It was more so of an embarrassment than it was we weren't nasty people or nothing like that. Don't get them wrong, ain't no dog, ain't no multiple kids. I have OCD, very clean, very, you know what I'm saying? It was the principle of where I was living at. So it was like, I really didn't like to put people in my business like that. So I really didn't even, I was like, from the beginning, didn't want her to come. So she ended up coming or whatever. And then I told my mom, like I said, mid-drive, I was like, let's go to her house, blah, blah, blah. She like, yeah, that's a good idea, because my mom was going to bring my clothes later, but we could just go to your house. I mean, we could just go to my house. And your mom could just bring your clothes or whatever. Or you could wear something I got. So I'm like, okay, whatever, cool. Wasn't no big deal. Me and her was the same time. I'm like, yeah, cool, whatever, Jai. And so we go to her house. And every time I ask to go to her house, I never tell my mama why, or I never tell her what for. But she just, she cool. She gonna let me go, want to, whatever. So we get over there. She like, oh, my cousin having a party. You wanna go? Well, I ain't got nothing to wear. Boom, 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 boom. Her mom takes me to my house to get my clothes. Not to my house, to my auntie's house to get my clothes. Like I just told you, I just didn't bring nobody to my house. So she took me to my auntie's house because I had some outfits over there or whatever that I had left during the school week, because I used to catch the bus over there. So I was like, after school, school would drop me off. So I had a lot of clothes over there. And then I spent every weekend over there. I was over there every single weekend. So, I'm like, yeah, whatever. I'm like, yeah, it was a McDonald's right there by my house. So her mom and her went to McDonald's real quick to get apple pies while I went and got my stuff at the neighborhood. They dropped me off at my aunt's house, and it's right there. And so I was like, okay, whatever. I get my clothes, I go in the car, and she's like, yeah, the party, whatever, boom, boom, boom. We get home, we get dressed, we planning it out. We young, we trying to get turned. We ain't never really just been turned, just been in middle school. We don't know what high school gonna be like. So we thinking it's gonna be this 2000 live ass high school scene. No, 2000 had great high school. If I could go back to any time, it would be 2000, probably 2003. It'd either be 2000 or 2003. 2000, I'm saying go back and be in high school then. If I could be in high school during them years, I would have lived. Because they used to wear bathing apes, they used to wear, you know what I'm saying? They had the cool, big, oversized clothing, Air Forces, the bandanas, JanSport backpack. Everything was everything. Now high school, you gotta have a motherfucking pink backpack, Victoria's Secret, just to fit in. You gotta have a, bathing ape, $200 spray brown backpack from Foot Locker. You just gotta have everything nowadays, and that's why I'm like, oh, I'm glad I'm not in school no more. I'm not growing up through this phase, because it started right when I was in high school. So everybody kind of started letting Aeropostale Hollister go and going into more of the Y2K styles and the stacked pins, leather, you know, ripped jeans is really popular. Bomber jackets was popular. Jean jackets was popular. Gentlemen's really popular still now, but I'm just saying, giving an example. Moving on. Okay, so yeah, we get to her house. We give her party. She drops us off. Her mom ended up dropping me and Jai off at the cousin's house to ride with them to the like place. So it was like a little shack, a sugar shack place. Like here in Houston, they don't really do like a lot of house parties. They do like a lot of more so like you gonna rent out a club, like a hookah lounge. You gonna rent out like two sections, or you can rent out the whole building if you find one small enough that got hookahs in it, that got a bar in it. You know, like it's a lot of low-key black-owned little spots that you can rent out that'll be big enough for like a party of 50. You know what I'm saying? If that makes sense. So I don't know how old the kid, her cousin was turning. I think like maybe 13, because if we was 14, 15, her cousin was a grade under us, so that means like probably turning 14, and probably turning 15 was supposed to be in our grade or something like that. I don't know. Sorry if y'all heard my heater the whole time. That's crazy. I did not know that heater was on. I had forgot because I got so warm. But it's 70 out here. It's not that bad. But what I was gonna say, yeah. And so we get dropped off at the cousin's house to ride in the car. They don't have a lot of room, so me and the girl had to Uber up there, or they could have took 2 trips. You know what I'm saying? But it was a bit of a drive, so we just actually ended up splitting up in 2 vehicles. So we had to Uber, me and her, and then she went blah blah blah. I mean, not she went, and then the cousins and their parents went in that car. Whoever was in that car was in that car. So we in Uber, we chilling or whatever. But she used to be like boy crazy. When I tell y'all boy crazy, it may not even have been boy crazy. It might have been girl crazy. I don't know, but she was something crazy. And the only reason I say girl crazy is because I recall something about having a girlfriend like a few years after we graduated. I don't know, but me and Jai and Uber cousins all in one car. Sorry my story taking too long, but girl, I'm trying to, it's the brain back there, like it's like it's trying to work, but it ain't trying to work because it is too. But what was I finna say? Okay, so we get to the venue. It's live. It's packed out. They got security at the door. They got people patting people down at the door. Like, so 2 security guards. One is doing the paper and one patting you down, and then one taking your money to let you go inside. So they had like the whole promotion team, the whole promo team. We get inside, ain't not damn table, not damn table, not 1, not 2, not 3, not damn table. It did have a stage there, so it gave me like, if young boy was to come and perform, that bitch would have been packed out. You get what I'm saying? That's what it gave. So after, let's see, I just gotta keep going. I gotta stop. Okay. So we get in. We didn't have to do none of that because we was all with the other part. Like, we know we was waiting on them to pull in, and then when they pulled in, we just walked in because that's the birthday person. You know what I'm saying? So, but why was a 13-year-old having a party like this? That's what I still want to know in my head. That's why the age not adding up to me, because I would never give my 13-year-old this kind of party. It was like, it has like teenagers in that party, older people in that party. Not older people, but like 18, 19-year-olds. It had people that I guess the birthday person was cool with, but why they here? I thought it was gonna be like a kid event. I'm thinking like, you know, kiddie kind of a party. When you hear part, I don't know. I don't know. I didn't, like, it wasn't at a house, so I wasn't expecting this kind of a party, but it was like a house party. So we get in, and I'm young, so I have social anxiety really bad. I'm really now outgoing and very like, I'll talk to you now. I'm not that shy. But back then, you couldn't get me to you couldn't get me to move, rock, dance. You couldn't get me to do nothing, bro. So we get in, everybody turn dancing, music loud. It's like literally a club. And so it's like blacked out. I'm like, oh my God. Like, if I would have told my mom I was coming to this kind of event, the amount of trouble I would have been in. My mama didn't play. But I was lucky enough to only have gotten whoops from my mama once. So, and I can tell you about that story next story. But, yeah. So, I was like, on the good, I wasn't trying to, I was on the good path, I wasn't trying to, whatever. So I was like, damn, I was scared. I was standing there next to Jaya. She like loosened up, like took her jacket off. She dancing. She, like, she just like, come on, dance. Like telling me and I'm like standing there like, I'm not gonna dance. Like I don't know these people. And then back then it was the era where the boys would stand the wall and then just walk up to girls that's dancing. And I, like I wasn't really, it was just like, that wasn't me. Still ain't me. With my man. Cause that's my man, I don't play. But, yeah, it was just like weird to me. But, I eventually end up loosening up a little bit, but let me get to the main part of the story. So after I get up, like just as I was getting ready to just like loosen up, do a 1-2, and she was like, hey, go bestie. She hyped me up, stuff like that. And I'm hyping her back up, whatever. We starting to loosen up. So, we did see our friends from school, from my old middle school. Like now that it's summer, we saw our friends from old middle school. They was there too. So we all like, hey, what's up? We link up with them. And so they, typing us up. We hyping them up. We all doing 1-2. The birthday person got into it with a group of niggas that wasn't supposed to be there. They called their cousins. So we heard about it, like, y'all, they just called their cousins. They finna fight. So, like, 10 minutes go by. Nobody took nothing of it. You just hear screaming outside. Everybody, like doing childish stuff, whatever you want to. Next thing you know, we all go outside to see the trauma, like, to see the commotion. And her cousin is like 13 years old, like I said, snatched us up and was like, let's go. Because everybody had kind of started leaving. Like, the people who Ubered there or had their parents drop them off, they was all in a group on the bus station, like where the bus sign was at. And we was walking, following her cousin. Like, we don't know where we going. Like, your parents coming to pick us up, right? Like, that's the kind of mindset we in. So we like, yeah, where they at? Like, we don't see them. We like, come on. So yelled at her, was like, come on. And so we just start walking down this sidewalk away from the building. And so the people that was at the bus was on this sidewalk. It was on the same sidewalk in front of the building, but they was going that way, and then we was going this way. So I'm like, okay, so I'm going this way, right? Following. And then, like, when we get to turn right onto the sidewalk, a man, like, we saw all these, like, cars pull up, like, Impalas, Pontiacs. We just saw, like, all this, cars pull up. This dude looked me in my face as he was putting his bandana around his, like, he had it covered right here. He had a bandana. I'm not gonna say the color or whatever, because that don't matter. Tied it up. It was like, before he like had it in his hand doing this, his mouth said, run, mama. Like he was trying to protect me. Like he was trying to tell me something. Like, honestly, I feel like it was like spiritual guidance or something like that, telling me to just run. So they Jaya in front of me, and then the other cousin in front of me. Not the other cousin, her boy cousin in front of me. And then the people that went to our old school was kind of like following behind me, but then they had turned around and went back to the bus stop station. So, because they realized that we was leaving. They was like, oh shit, y'all leaving. We going back this way then. So they went back that way, we was going this way. And when that man told me that, I didn't think nothing of it. I just kept looking at him, like, and I'm still kind of walking past him looking. I'm like, what the fuck? That nigga said, run, mama. And put that mask on. And pulled out. I'm telling, it happened so slow, but it happened so fast, but it happened so slow. When I tell y'all it happened so slow, because my heart still was like in that, I'm at a party, like, oh my God, I've never been to a party. Like, I'm just like, so like, like so just like baffled. And so as I'm still looking and walking, I get to like this middle part of the sidewalk of the gate, and I looked forward one last time, looked back again, and all I saw going when I was looking back forward to run, to get into the running motion, I just saw bullets going phew, 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 phew. And I could hear them in my ear. They was going past my ear, sounded like a motherfucking fly. I'm talking about like, it sounded like a fly, like a bug, like a zzz, I'm talking about, it was that close. And I'm running for dear life. I finally dropped to the ground, because I saw somebody, like, I guess they was at the party too. It was like a gate, but the gate went in because it had like the little square part for you to pull up for the water sewage people to, chug. So she had rolled on the floor and was hiding on the gate. So that way, basically, she was tucked in the gate. So if this is the gate, something went off in and back, followed the path. So it was enough for body to roll into type a deal. And so she saw us running, and she got up, and I told her, come on. And she got up, and we was running really low, and we was just running. And then the street eventually curves around off into a cul-de-sac of an apartment entry gate. And so once we get to that apartment entry gate, we all out of breath. We all like frantic. We don't know what's going on. Like, we don't know nothing. Like, I don't know why he would tell me to run, but then they was coming my way. Why wouldn't they be coming? So we in the parking lot. They calling the people. Like, yeah, it was just like, it's like 18 of us. Like, it's like maybe like 18 of us now at this point. Like, because we was finding people hiding along the way when the shooting started. So once he did that, when I saw the wood on it, I was like my mind, I don't know, it was like I said, everything was slow, but I could hear it going like the Matrix. I could just hear it. It was just going zzz, 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 zzz. And so, because it was like, it was like that, but the things was going like, I just can't describe it like that because it was that traumatic for me. To be 14 years old, experiencing some shit like that was like, no. Especially because of somebody else's like urge to want to go. Like, that wasn't really me, because I told my mom to be nice, but like doing all that was just like ish. And so I'm like, we all in the parking lot, they call me, everybody on loud, everybody just like trying to figure out stuff. So me and Jai, we kind of together, like her cousin trying to make sure we safe, we good, stuff like that. And so we ended up getting in two people's vehicles that came to pick us up. 18 people split up into two cars, and everybody got dropped off along the way. But we was in that bitch like SpongeBob. If you imagine all them fish stacked on top of each other, like we literally everybody was sitting on somebody's lap. It was like two people in the front, and then we tried to squeeze like three, the driver. It was just like a lot. It was a lot, but we got through it. We went home. We all went to sleep after that. It was a very scary night. I never told my mom about it because it was nothing. I woke up and went to work the next day. I used to work at Foot Locker, so I woke up and had to go to work the next day, and it was nothing to me. It was something to me that night, but it was nothing to me after that, because I just feel like God slowed down that moment for me, or something. I don't know. It's just like the motion of when I turned my head and saw it go past my eye, the first bullet, and then to look to my left, the other one. And they just kept coming to him, and I could see him. Now I'm looking straight, trying to run, not to trip over nothing and shit, and I could still see him, and not one of them touched me. I really be like so grateful, and I just be thanking God most of the time, because that situation could have turned out differently. You know what I'm saying? Like, that could have been, like, that would have been, like, I feel like that was like a wake up, like a you don't need to do the party thing, like. God was telling me, I didn't place you here for one of your purposes to be that outgoing, convenient. So I just try to be really thankful and grateful to God. This story ended up being sad, but to me, it ain't sad. It's still, dramatic as fuck, because I'm gonna be honest with y'all, that shit, still even thinking about that, is scary. It's like, what the fuck? That could have ended so different. And the whole time they were shooting at the cousin. So I'm running in the direction of Jackass and Jackass. Because they had got into it. Him and his homeboys got into it with some people. Some people caught some younger kids, like their age, 13, 14, caught their cousins. And their cousins was like 27, 29. You know what I'm saying? Like adults, grown adults, 30, 40. You know what I'm saying? They were like grown as adults. Because when I tell you, when they had their trunks popped open and they was taking everything out their trunks, but they had on masks. Some of them did. Ski masks. And what they say, it's time to get out of there when you see them boys with some ski masks. That's literally what time it was getting. But the man telling me to run, like, he wasn't after me. Like, and he knew he wasn't after me. You know what I'm saying? It was like he was, I think, handling business. I don't know. Like, I wish I would have ran the other way so bad. But that was my ride. It was just weird. I don't even know y'all working at Foot Locker, like I said. So my little change, my little money was gone with that. So I was like, yeah, we couldn't do nothing. We had to wait on our ride to come, which was them two cars, and they picked up everybody that was at the party and dropped them off back at home. So it was a hell of a night. Okay, y'all. So it cut off on me. But yeah, that's gonna be the end of this story time. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you are new to the channel, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure this video shows some love. And your girl is out. Bye.
Why about the cap, but this ain't shit about some little. Real life, no niggas who was scared when we were little. Got little older, joined the gang, shot some niggas, turned to killers.